And here is the Writer's Almanac for Saturday, November the 14th, 2020. It's the birthday of the artist who said, "I would like to paint the way a bird sings." Claude Monet, born in Paris, 1840. His father ran a grocery store, hoped his son would take over for him, but the son decided to become an artist, much to his father's dismay. Began his studies at the age of 10. He worked first in charcoal, drawing caricatures, which he would sell on the streets. Learned oil painting from an artist named Eugène Boudin, who encouraged him to paint outdoors, to learn to draw well and appreciate the sea, the light, the blue sky. At art school, he met Pierre-Auguste Renoir and Alfred Sisley, artists who rebelled against the fashionable academic painting of the day with its meticulous detail. And they experimented with a new style of landscape painting, producing rapid sketches, using short, broken brushstrokes, trying to capture the fleeting quality of the light. A critic referred to them as impressionists. He meant it as an insult, and they adopted it as their label. Monet painted scenes from everyday middle-class life and got good reviews for his painting The Woman in the Green Dress, 1866. His model, Camille Dancieux, became his lover and later his wife. She died of tuberculosis, 1879. Monet painted a portrait of her on her deathbed and moved to a small farmhouse surrounded by an orchard in Giverny, bought a strip of marshland across the road from the house, designed a water garden. He spent nearly 30 years in his gardens planting and painting irises and tulips, wisteria, and bamboo. His home and gardens in Giverny are now the property of the French Academy of Fine Arts, and you can go see them. And it's the birthday of the satirist P.J. O'Rourke, born Toledo, 1947, the man who said, "There is only one basic human right, the right to do as you damn well please, and with it comes the only basic human duty, the duty to take the consequences." P.J. O'Rourke, who said, "No drug, not even alcohol, causes the fundamental ills of society. If we're looking for the source of our troubles, we shouldn't test people for drugs. We should test them for stupidity, ignorance, greed, and love of power." Here's a poem for today by Jim Harrison, entitled Fence Line Tree. There's a single tree at the fence line here in Montana, a little like a tree in the sand hills of Nebraska, which may be miles away. When I cross the unfertile pasture strewn with rocks and the holes of gophers, badgers, coyotes, and the rattlesnake den, 1,000 killed in a decade because they don't mix well with dogs and children. In an hour's walking and reach the tree, I find it oppressive. Likely it's as old as I am, withstanding its isolation, all gnarled and twisted from its battle with weather. I sit against it until we merge, and when I return home in the cold, windy twilight, I feel I've been gone for years. Fence Line Tree, Jim Harrison, from his collection Saving Daylight, published by Copper Canyon Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Funded by donations from listeners like you, now available on PRX for distribution by your local radio station. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.
Pre-order your copy of Garrison Keillor's long-awaited witty and insightful memoir, That Time of Year, A Minnesota Life, at GarrisonKeillor.com.